What is up everyone, Nick here, and it's time for another review of The Flash. This week's episode, titled Flash of Two Worlds, picked up directly after the last with the team at Star Labs questioning Jay Garrick. Now, the majority of this episode actually focuses on Barry trying to figure out if Jay is a friend or an enemy, and if he can trust him. Because we all know what happened with Harrison Wells, who was another mentor to Barry trying to help him out with his powers, but it turned out he was a psychotic kind of freaking villain that wanted to kill everybody. So the main villain this week is Sand Demon, and I like that the way that Jay actually got Barry to trust him was by helping him defeat the villain and kind of giving him pointers and tips, and you really kind of got the sense that Jay had been doing this for a while, and he was kind of like, he had that kind of golden age vibe to him. He was more rugged and seemed to be trained and like just an older kind of mentor feeling to him. That was really cool to see. And we also got the introduction of Patty Spivot, who will likely play a very important role similar to like Eddie in season 1 as Joe's new partner of the metahuman task force that he's putting together. And the scenes that went more into the backstory between Jay Garrick and like the final fight with Zoom and stuff before being sucked into the breach that we saw at the end of season 1 were really cool, because we got to see a bit more of Earth 2 and how that world like kind of worked, and who Jay Garrick was to them, and his alternate versions of like the different characters. He talked about like there was an alternate version of Joe and like Cisco, and he knew who all of them were, and we got to see more of Zoom, like a little bit of him, and he's got an amazing voice. I really love like the way they're portraying him as like this a true speed demon, like this really just crazy menace that Barry's gonna have to deal with eventually. And I mean, overall I thought this episode was like a huge step over the premiere, because while I did like the premiere, I just kind of felt like it was more of the same. It didn't really elevate the show too much. It was just kind of like it didn't really pick up that much. It was just really slow, kind of. The villain was whatever, and Adam Smasher wasn't that great. But I think this one was great because it continued threads from that storyline, but it also got straight into the action and the backstory and introducing characters, and a lot of stuff happened here. I mean, there was a bunch of Easter eggs that we saw and references, and a nice nod to Arrow's season 4 premiere by showing the transmission Oliver made on TV calling himself the Green Arrow. That was really cool to see. And it's just little things like that that make me appreciate the connectivity between the two shows. I'd give this episode an 8.5, and I can't wait to see where the story goes from here and how Jay will eventually get his powers back to help Barry fight Zoom, because we all know it's kind of inevitable at this point. So let me know what you guys thought of this episode down below, and be sure to stay subscribed to the Hybrid Network for more reviews and original content.